Hey guys, what's up? For those of you that don't know me, my name is Crissanna, and if you're new here, then welcome, and if you're an oldie, welcome back. So guys, in today's video, we're going to be doing a full face of Dollar Tree makeup. So everything that you see on my face today was found at the Dollar Tree for $1. And if you guys end up liking this video, please give it a big thumbs up and please subscribe. And if you guys like seeing videos like this, let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys want to know exactly how I got this look, then go ahead and keep on watching. I did find some really great gems at the Dollar Tree, guys, and everything's only $1. Another thing, I tried to film this video yesterday and it did not go as planned. The whole thing was like blurry. I don't know, something with my lens is just wrong. So I am going to refilm it today, and just because I did do it yesterday, I did learn some different tips and tricks on how to do it better today. So let's go ahead and jump on in, guys. So I am going to start with my eyebrows, and I'm going to take this LA Colors Brow Lift Brow Pencil and Highlighter. So it has the brow pencil on one side, then it has the highlighter on the other. And I want to say that this is in the shade, okay, it's in the shade medium. So this does not come with a spoolie, but it does come with the sharpener on the one end. So I'm just going to go ahead and use one of my spoolies. So I'm just going to use this to go around the perimeter of my brow, and then I do have something else to fill them in with. But after using this yesterday, you guys, it's not actually that bad. Like, I've definitely had worse brow pencils, and this is not that bad. But typically, the ones that you have to sharpen are definitely a bit more waxy, and I do prefer a mechanical eyebrow pencil just because I feel like they do work a little bit better. So the next thing I got for my eyebrows is the Broadway Colors Eyebrow Kit, and I got this in the shade Dark. Now, at the Dollar Tree, they had the dark one, and they also had a medium shade one, but I did decide to go with the dark because they have a more like, almost like a brown-black shade, and they have like a reddish undertone brown in the center, and then I think on the end here is a wax. And it does also come with a little brush, so it has your angled brush on one side and then a spoolie on the other, and it also does come with a mirror, which I thought was really nice. So I'm just going to take the center shade, and I'm going to start filling in my brows. And for trying this yesterday, guys, this is not bad at all. Like, I actually really enjoyed it. When I first started my channel, I was solely into like brow powders. Like, I used the Wet n Wild one for years. But now that I've drifted away and started trying like pencils and stuff, I don't know if I could ever go back. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're still really good. And maybe once in a while I might gravitate towards it. But most of the time, it's just really easy for me to actually fill them in with a pencil. So now to conceal and prime my lids, I'm going to take the LA Colors Liquid Makeup. And this one is, I think, is in the shade Nude. Yeah, it doesn't tell me on here, but I'm pretty sure that this is in the shade Nude. Either Nude or Natural, one of the two. And the shade actually isn't too bad. It kind of almost matches my skin tone, I guess. To set it, I'm going to take this powder by LA Colors. This is in the shade Beige. So for being a beige, this is pretty fair, which I was really happy to be able to find this. So like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and set my lids. So I'm first going to go into this palette. This is the LA Colors Sunflower palette. So it has 3 shades, 2 mattes, and 1 shimmer. So the 2 mattes are right here, and then the shimmer is this white one on the outside. So I'm first going to take the center shade, and I'm just using a bigger blending brush by Wet n Wild. And I'm just going to start blending this like all over my lid pretty much. So in the pan, this definitely looks pink, but it is a lot more orange on the eye. And then I'm going to take the deeper shade on the corner, and I'm just going to take a compacted blending brush by Cheek Pro, and I'm just going to start rotating this along the outer V. Like, do you guys see how pigmented that is? Like, that is super pigmented. And I see they did actually bring out a few more colors in these little palettes. I think they actually had like a blue and green one, which I definitely want to get and try out, because for $1, it definitely doesn't hurt to give it a go. But this is packing on so well. So now for the shimmer shades, I'm going to dip into another palette. So this is the LA Colors 6-color eyeshadow palette in the shade Halt. So I'm going to take this shade right here in the middle. So it is like a pink shimmer shade. Since I already know how this performs, I am going to take my setting spray. So this is the LA Colors setting spray. So I'm just going to start packing this all over my lid. So without setting spray, these colors do have a lot of fallout, but if you just spray your brush a little bit, they go on really nicely. So I'm going to go back into the matte palette, and once again, taking the darker shade. So now I'm going to take the LA Colors Shimmering Loose Shadow. This one is in the shade Lollipop, so it is pink. I do a little bit of this on each eye. Back in the day, you guys, I used this stuff all the time. Like, I had every single color. So I'm just going to stamp it. I mean, it doesn't really do much. Not like I remember it doing. Like, when I was a kid, when I used to use this, I thought this was so good. So I think we're about done with the eyes, guys. I am going to go in for lashes. So for glue, I'm going to take the Ioni Everlasting Lash Glue. It's 100% vegan and it's cruelty free. And then for lashes, since I already wore them yesterday, these are the 3D Foam Ink lashes. These are in the green pack at the Dollar Tree. So guys, just to save us both some time, I'm going to go off camera and put these on and then I'll be right back. So let's go ahead and move into the face now. So I'm going to take the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Sensitive Skin Primer. This is oil-free and it is silicone-free, and this is a sensitive skin primer. I think I already said that, but yeah, it's for sensitive skin. And I did test this out yesterday, you guys, and I absolutely loved it. I'm glad I picked up a couple of them because I had to go like an hour away to a different Dollar Tree to even find anything Hard Candy. So it comes out and it is white. It is a very kind of like the texture is very sheer, but it is very white. It's kind of like a moisturizer and a primer in one. So I'm just going to go ahead and start putting this on my T-zone, and then I'll put it on the rest of my face. But I feel like it seeps into the skin so well, and it doesn't give you that like silicone-y feeling, and it just feels really, really nice on the skin. For foundation, I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I have the shade Bronze Beige. And then I also have the shade Rose Ivory. So I'm just going to do a little bit of both on my face. Start with the Bronze Beige because I know the Bronze Beige is just too dark and the Rose Ivory is just too light. So I might go in with some more, but for now that is it. I'm going to take my Anesthetic Beauty sponge. This is like a $3 sponge on Amazon. I did use the Sassy and Chic one yesterday from the Dollar Tree, but it was horrible. It's one of like the older ones. I know they're supposed to be coming out with some newer ones that are actually going to be good, but it is one of the older ones and it did suck. Like, it sucked up all my makeup and it definitely was hard. I remember the first time I used it, I didn't think it was too bad, but I don't know. I didn't really want to use it again today just because this foundation isn't like super full coverage or anything. And I definitely didn't want the sponge taking away all the foundation. Like, I feel like I used like 3 times this much yesterday when I was doing it. Just because, like I said, it kept soaking up all the foundation that I was putting down. So I think that covered pretty well. I probably don't need another layer, but I am going to go in with just a little bit more on each side. So I do have a cream contour and I do have a cream concealer. So this is the LA Colors Contour Stick in the shade Dark. And then I also have for concealer, this is the Wet n Wild Coverall Cover Stick, and this is in the shade Light Pale. So I'm going to go ahead and apply these to my face, and I'm going to tell you guys a really funny story. So I'm first going to start with the contour. So with the Wet n Wild Coverall Concealer, I seen it at the Dollar Tree like a few weeks ago or whatever, and I was almost certain that I had gotten one. So it was like a week before I was planning on filming my Dollar Tree, my full face of Dollar Tree. And I looked everywhere for it, you guys. Like, I could not find it. And like I said, I swore, like, I was almost positive, not swore, excuse me. I was almost positive that I had bought in that concealer. So I'm like looking everywhere. And I'm like, shit, well, I didn't buy it. Like, I'm just gonna have to go back to the Dollar Tree and find another one. Lo and behold, I get over there. They have none. Like, I am searching, and I do not see that cover up or the concealer. And I'm like, crap, well, just forget about it. Like, I won't use concealer because I can't find it. So I was doing my video yesterday or whatever, and I didn't have a concealer to use. And the video turned out like shit anyway, so I didn't end up filming it. So I did go back to the Dollar Tree again yesterday, and I just so happened to look down, and what do I see? I see the Wet n Wild Coverall Concealer, and I'm like, no freaking way. Like, I like searched and searched for this at the Dollar Tree, guys. Like, once I found that I didn't have mine in the bag, like, I literally searched for this thing and I could not find one anywhere. So I was really happy that I did see this yesterday. I'm just going to go ahead and blend out the contour. But honestly, you guys, I really, really like this contour. I think it's so good. And I think it blends in so, so nicely. They do have a medium shade as well. And they have a couple more sticks, but they're like shimmering bronzing sticks. So yeah, I am going to go in with this Coverall Concealer by Wet n Wild, once again in the shade Light Pale. So this definitely isn't like my ideal concealer, but I think it'll definitely work. So I'm just going to apply it everywhere that I would normally put concealer. So I'm just going to go ahead and start blending this in. I want to move fast because it is very like thick. This almost feels like you could just kind of put it there and just leave it and not even blend it. So really quickly before we go into powder, I'm going to take this LA Colors Conceal Corrector. So this is in the highlighting one. And I'm just going to go ahead and highlight anywhere that I normally would. Using that same sponge, I'm just going to dab that in. But I think this was actually a really good find for $1. I think it definitely works. So I'm going to go back in with the LA Colors powder in the shade Beige. And first, I'm just going to take my small setting brush by Real Techniques and set under my lids, or set under my eyes, I mean. But that coverall stick from Wet n Wild, that actually really did cover, and it looks really good. So I'm just going to take a bigger fluffy brush and just set the rest of my face. So for bronzer, I'm going to take this one by Beauty Benefits. This is in the shade, doesn't actually even have a shade, it's just a bronzer. So now this does have a little bit of sheen to it, but you guys, it is absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to start bronzing up anywhere that I normally would. Like, it just looks so well, and it's so pigmented. Even though it does have a little bit of sheen, you can't really tell. For blush, I'm going to take this one by LA Colors. This is in the shade Toast. So it kind of reminds me of like a spice looking color, and it does have some shimmer to it. So for highlight, I'm going to take this one by LA Colors. This is in the shade Glow Time. So now I do have another LA Colors highlighter, but the one I have is more like white gold. This is more of like pink. But I absolutely love LA Colors highlighters. Like, they're so like pigmented and just blinding. And I haven't ever really had a problem with them caking up or getting like crusty throughout the day either. Like, what are you guys thinking? I'm absolutely loving this look so far. I'm also going to use that highlighter for my inner corner. Like, that is just so blinding. It's so pretty. So I'm going to go back in for the bottom waterline now, and I'm going to take both of these shades right here. So I'm first going to start with this, and I'm going to blend it out with this. Now I'm going to take this Hard Candy Mechanical Gel Liner in the shade White. I'm just going to put this right on my waterline. Honestly, I think this Hard Candy eyeliner is absolute junk. I think it sucks. So for mascara, I'm going to take the LA Colors Defining Bold Lash Mascara. I already know, you guys, I'm not a big fan of this at all. Like, I think it freaking sucks. But let's go ahead and try it again today. Like, the more I build it up, it does get better. Now, I did build this up with 3 coats, and it actually does look a lot better than it did yesterday. So now moving in for lips, I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Velvet Matte Lip Color in the shade Looking for Truffle. So it is like a brown. And I'm just going to go ahead and kind of line and then fill my lips in as well. So you guys, I actually like this color all by itself. I was going to take the Wet n Wild liquid lipstick in the shade Cedar later, and I did do that yesterday, but I felt like the two just didn't mesh very well. But I do love this on its own, and it is matte, so it's going to last a lot longer than the liquid lipstick would. All right, you guys, we're down to the final step. So I'm going to take the LA Colors setting spray. which yesterday I thought this actually did a really, really good job at keeping my makeup intact all day. All right, guys, and this is the finished look. I will give you a close-up and then we'll talk about all these good products. So guys, my final thoughts on everything for $1. I feel like you cannot beat it, you guys. Now, there were a few things that aren't always going to be at the Dollar Tree, like the Wet n Wild foundation, the Wet n Wild concealer, and the Broadway Colors eyebrow kit. But other than that, you guys, the eyebrow pencil from LA Colors, I thought that was really good. The eyeshadow palettes, I really, really did like. For the shimmers, I think you do have to get them a little bit wet, unless you want to fall over your face. And you guys already know I absolutely love the Iony Lash. I think they're definitely by far my favorite lashes I've ever tried. And they're $1 and they're only 5 minutes away from me. So if I run out, I can always go back and get them for a super cheap price. Another thing I loved, the contour stick, you guys. I loved that freaking contour stick. Like, it blended out so nicely, and even though it was a super dark shade, I feel like I definitely blended it out really nice, and it looks really good. Like, I love that stick. Like, I'm definitely going to be using that more. Like, even though I got it from the Dollar Tree and this was a Dollar Tree full face of makeup, I'm definitely going to incorporate that in my daily routine because I really loved the way it looked and blended. But yeah, guys, for everything else, I absolutely loved everything in this video. Even though I didn't use the LA Colors foundation on my face, I did use it on my eyes. So I did get to see how it kind of worked. And I really loved using it for an eyeshadow primer. I think it worked absolutely amazing for that. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video and you guys want to see more videos like this, give this video a big thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. If there's anything at all that you guys want to see next, let me know. And I also do have a bunch of clearance makeup I got at Walmart. If you guys want to see a video on that, let me know down in the comments below, because I know right now Walmart is having like a bunch of sales on all their makeup and I'm not exactly sure how long that will last. So if you guys want me to do a video before like they take all this stuff off the shelves, then let me know down below. And I just want to let you guys know how appreciative I am of your support. It literally means everything to me. You guys are what keep me going. Like, I have super hard days sometimes and I'm like, I just got to push through it. Like, you know, don't take this day to sleep. Take this day to film. Like, I just been really down lately. Like, I just want to sleep. I don't really feel good. So I definitely had to get up today and film a video just because it gets me feeling good. Putting makeup on my face gets me feeling good. But yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for watching and I hope you have a great rest of your day and I'll see you in my next video.